Let me ask you something real, and if this hits your heart, type it in the comments. Have you ever tried to forgive someone, but your heart would not let go? You prayed. You tried. You journaled. You cried. You said the words. You wanted to move on. You wanted to heal. You wanted to release it. But the pain remained. The memory stayed. The anger stayed. The disappointment stayed. The betrayal stayed. The wound stayed. If you have ever struggled to forgive, comment, "That's me," because here is the truth most believers never say aloud. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things God ever asks you to do. Not because you are weak. Not because you are bitter. Not because you are unspiritual. But because the wound was deep. The betrayal was real. The loss was heavy. The trust was broken. The impact was long-lasting. The memory still hurts. The relationship changed. The apology never came. Forgiveness is not hard because you are stubborn. Forgiveness is hard because you are human. If you have ever felt torn between wanting to forgive and wanting to protect yourself, tap like so this message reaches someone who is carrying a wound about which they do not talk. Because here is the truth: forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is not pretending. Forgiveness is not excusing. Forgiveness is not reconciling. Forgiveness is not trusting again. Forgiveness is releasing weight, so it stops poisoning your spirit. Forgiveness is choosing freedom over bitterness. Forgiveness is choosing healing over replaying the hurt. Forgiveness is choosing peace over carrying the wound. Forgiveness is choosing your future over your pain. If you are ready to learn how to pray through the pain, not around it, comment, "Teach me how." Let us begin. Why forgiveness is so hard, the real reasons you still feel stuck. Before we talk about how to forgive, we need to understand why forgiveness feels impossible sometimes. Because here is the truth: you cannot heal what you do not understand. Let us walk through the 4 most common reasons for forgiveness feels so hard. And if any of these resonate, comment on the number that hits home. 1. The wound was deeper than you admitted. Comment 1 if this is you. Some hurts cut deeper than you realized. You did not just lose trust, you lost safety. You lost innocence. You lost stability. You lost confidence. You lost a version of yourself. The wound was not small. The impact was not light. The pain was not quick. If this resonates, comment 1. 2. You never got closure. Comment 2 if this is you. Forgiveness is harder when they never apologized, they never acknowledged the pain. They never took responsibility. They acted like nothing happened. They blamed you. They moved on while you were still bleeding. Closure is a luxury many people never receive. If this resonates, comment 2. 3. You are afraid forgiveness means they got away with it. Comment 3 if this is you. This is one of the biggest barriers. You fear that forgiving them lets them off the hook. Minimizes what they did. Erases the injustice. Invalidates your pain. Makes you look weak. Gives them power. But forgiveness is not about them, it is about your freedom. If this resonates, comment 3. 4. You do not know how to let go emotionally. Comment 4 if this is you. Forgiveness is not a switch, it is a process. Your mind remembers. Heart aches. Body reacts. Emotions replay. Spirit tightens. Forgiveness is not just a decision, it is a journey. If this resonates, comment 4. Why this matters. Because when you understand why forgiveness is hard, you stop shaming yourself for struggling. Forgiveness is not instant. Forgiveness is not linear. Forgiveness is not easy. Forgiveness is holy work. If this is helping you see your struggle differently, comment, I see it differently now. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it is about your freedom. Let me say this clearly, forgiveness is not letting them win, it is letting you heal. If you need that reminder, comment, forgiveness is for me. How to pray when the hurt still feels fresh. Now that we have talked about why forgiveness is so hard, let us talk about something even more tender. How do you pray when the hurt still feels fresh? Because here is the truth. You can want to forgive, and still feel the pain. You can choose to forgive, and still feel the sting. You can pray to forgive, and still feel the wound. Forgiveness is not the absence of pain, it is the beginning of healing. If you are ready to learn how to pray through the pain, comment, I'm ready. Let us walk through 4 ways to pray when the wound is still open. 1. Pray with honesty. Lord, this still hurts. God is not asking you to pretend. Say, Lord, I'm hurting. Lord, this wound is deep. Lord, I don't know how to let this go. Lord, I want to forgive, but I'm struggling. Honesty is not disrespect, it is intimacy. If you are ready to be honest with God, comment, Lord, this still hurts. 2. Pray with specificity. Name what they did. Forgiveness becomes harder when the pain is vague. Name it. Lord, I forgive them for lying. Lord, I forgive them for abandoning me. Lord, I forgive them for betraying my trust. Lord, I forgive them for hurting me when I was vulnerable. Naming the wound releases its power. If you are ready to name it, comment, I'm naming it. 3. Pray with permission. Lord, help me forgive at my pace. Forgiveness is not instant. Forgiveness is not forced. Forgiveness is not rushed. You can pray, Lord, help me forgive layer by layer. God honors your pace. If this comforts you, comment, layer by layer. 4. Pray with surrender. Lord, I give you what I cannot carry. Some pain is too heavy for your heart. Say, Lord, take the weight. Take the anger. Take the disappointment. Take the memory. Take the sting. Surrendering is not a weakness, it is wisdom. If you are ready to surrender the weight, comment, I'm releasing the weight. Why this works. Because forgiveness is not a moment, it is a movement. Every honest prayer, every named wound, every surrendered emotion, every layer released, moves you closer to freedom. If this is helping you breathe again, comment, I feel lighter. How to release someone without minimizing the pain. Now let us talk about something crucial. How do you release someone, without pretending the pain did not matter? Because here is the truth. Forgiveness is not pretending the wound was not real, it is choosing not to let the wound rule you. Let us walk through 4 ways to release someone without minimizing what they did. 1. Release the person, not the truth. Forgiveness does not rewrite the story. You can forgive and still say, what they did was wrong. What they did hurt me. What they did changed things. What they did mattered. Forgiveness does not erase truth, it releases the grip of pain. If this resonates, comment, I can release without erasing. 2. Release the person, not the lesson. Forgiveness does not mean you forget what you learned. You can forgive and still set boundaries. Protect your peace. Guard your heart. Choose distance. Choose wisdom. Forgiveness is not foolishness, it is freedom. If you are learning from the pain, comment, I'm keeping the lesson. 3. Release the person, not your worth. Sometimes the hardest part of forgiveness is not releasing them, it is releasing the lie that their actions defined you. Say, I am still worthy. I am still valuable. I am still lovable. I am still chosen. I am still enough. Their actions do not determine your identity. If this speaks to your heart, comment, their actions don't define me. 4. Release the person, not your healing. Forgiveness is not the end of healing, it is the beginning. You can forgive and still cry, grieve, process, feel, heal. Forgiveness opens the door. Healing walks you through it. If you are ready to walk through that door, comment, I'm choosing healing. Why this matters. Because forgiveness is not about pretending the pain did not matter, it is about choosing that the pain will not master you. If this is helping you shift your perspective, comment, I'm choosing freedom, the prayer that breaks the last chain. Now that we have talked about why forgiveness is hard, how to pray through the pain, and how to release someone without minimizing the wound, it is time for the moment that changes everything, the prayer that breaks the last chain. Because here is the truth, forgiveness is not just emotional, it is spiritual. Forgiveness is not just healing, it is warfare. Forgiveness is not just release, it is deliverance. Forgiveness is the moment your spirit says, this pain will not own me anymore. If you are ready for that moment, comment, I'm ready. Let us walk through the 4 parts of the prayer that breaks the last chain. 1. Acknowledgement. Lord, this wound shaped me. Before you release it, you must acknowledge it. Say, Lord, this hurt changed me, it affected me, it wounded me, it marked me. But it will not define me. Acknowledgement is the doorway to release. If you are ready to acknowledge the wound, comment, I see the wound. 2. Release. Lord, I let them go. This is the moment your spirit exhales. Say, Lord, I release their name. I release their actions. I released the memory. I released the pain. I release the grip this has had on my heart. Release is not a weakness, it is strength. If you are ready to release, comment, I let them go. 3. Exchange. Lord, take the pain, give me your peace. Forgiveness is not emptying, it is exchanging. Say, Lord, take the bitterness. Take the anger. Take the resentment. Take the heaviness. Give me your peace instead, Lord. God never asks you to release something without giving you something better. If you are ready for the exchange, comment, I receive peace. 4. Blessing. Lord, heal what they broke. This is the part that shifts the atmosphere. Say, Lord, heal my heart. Heal my trust. Heal my identity. Heal my memories. Heal the parts of me that were wounded by what happened. Forgiveness is not about blessing them, it is about blessing you. If you are ready for healing, comment, heal me, Lord, why this works. Because forgiveness is not a feeling, it is a spiritual transaction. When you pray this prayer, chains break. Heaviness lifts, bitterness dissolves, memories lose their sting. Your heart opens again. Your spirit breathes again. Your future becomes possible again. If this is speaking to you, comment, the chain is breaking, this is where you rise again. Let us bring everything together. You have walked through wounds, betrayal, disappointment, heartbreak, confusion, anger, numbness, grief, silence, waiting, fear, anxiety, dryness, spiritual attack, and now, forgiveness. You have walked through every valley this series has named. And now, in this final episode, you stand at the threshold of something holy. You are becoming. Because forgiveness is not the end of your healing, forgiveness is the beginning of your becoming. Let me speak this over you. You are not what they did to you. You are not the wound you carried. You are not the betrayal you survived. You are not the pain you endured. You are not the memory that haunted you. You are not the version of yourself that was broken. You are healed, held, strengthened, restored, rebuilt, reborn, renewed, redeemed, reclaimed, re-centered, re-established, re-anointed. And now, after 8 episodes of healing, 8 episodes of honesty, 8 episodes of transformation, 8 episodes of spiritual awakening, you are standing in the place where the old you ends and the new you begins. Let me say this clearly: forgiveness is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your freedom. And here is the viral moment, the line that will echo in hearts. You do not forgive because they deserved it, you forgive because you deserve to be free. If that hit your spirit, comment, "I deserve freedom, the final blessing." Let me speak this over you: may your heart be light. May your spirit be free. May your memories be healed. May your future be open. May your peace be deep. May your joy return. May your strength rise. May your soul rest. May your story redeem itself. May your life begin again. If you receive that, comment, "Amen," the final movement. This is not the end of a video. This is the beginning of a movement. If this series changed you, if it healed you, if it held you, if it helped you breathe again, comment, "I'm part of the healing," because you are. And someone scrolling right now needs to see your comment to believe healing is possible for them too.